Welcome everybody to tonight's webinar. It is such a great honour for me to be invited once again to share this incredible information with you. So I congratulate you for taking the time to get on and have a look and see what this is all about. My name is Tracy Seacombe. I'm a physiotherapist. In the US, you call it a physical therapist, and I have run my own physiotherapy business for the last 18 and a half years. I'm also married with 3 beautiful children. I have a son who's 10 and I have daughters who are 15 and 16. And I was blessed to be introduced to this opportunity 3.5 years ago. I'm now a Ruby Director, one of the top 20 income earners here in Australia, New Zealand, and feel incredibly blessed to be part of such an incredible organisation and community. So my job tonight is to share this opportunity with you by really explaining the facts. So I'm going to start with the business facts and trends. It's really important if you're considering any type of business to understand where business is globally so that you can use that information to your advantage. And in terms of business trends, you always want to be on the front end of a trend. You don't want to miss it. So we'll talk about where we're up to with those things. I'll let you know some information about this incredible company, the products, the science and the benefits of the products, and how you can turn this into a home business. You can make a small amount of extra income or you can make life-changing income. It's completely up to you. So let's have a look at the facts right now. As you all know, no matter where you are in the world right now, there has been some changes financially over the last 5 to 6 years. And so even people who were traditionally doing very well, things are tighter. We have a lot of friends who have become unemployed, even as recently as in the last 6 months, and these people felt that they were very secure in those jobs and felt like the redundancy came out of nowhere. A lot of people have little or no savings, which means that if they were to become unemployed or there was a change in their circumstances or their health, they don't have a backup plan or a plan B. My situation prior to being introduced to Jeunesse was very, very typical, I think, of some families where although financially things were good for us, we worked very, very long hours. And so we didn't have the lifestyle to match. And a lot of people can relate to this, particularly professionals, because even though we can have our own businesses, we're still trading time for money because it's our services that earn our income. So just imagine for a minute what life might look like if you could change your financial situation, whether it's to increase your income or replace your income with residual income, which means that you have choices about how you spend your time. What would your life look like? What's important to you? Where do you see yourself? Who do you spend your time with? What do you do? Do you travel? Do you drive a different car? Do you live in a different house? Do you buy different clothes? You know, it's important for us to really dream and make sure that what we're dreaming about are things that are important to us personally, not what our, friends think or our family thinks, but us, what is important to you. And just while you're thinking of those things, keep an open mind about how this platform can allow you to create that lifestyle. There is an enormous trend right now in home business and direct sales. There are more people expected to join this industry in the next 10 years than there has been in the last 50 years. You know, I take my hat off to the people that pioneered this industry. 50 years ago, it would have been a very hard slog. There was obviously driving to meet people. There was using the old-fashioned phone to make that appointment, printing out brochures, delivering product. All of that has changed thanks to the incredible technology that we have available to us now. It's so easy for us to reach out to people all around the world. I was an exchange student when I was 17 in Texas, and it was an incredible experience. But when I was there, I wrote old-fashioned letters to my family. It was too expensive to get on the phone on a regular basis. And now, of course, we can be talking to people all out over the world easily, just like I am talking to you now. So technology has made connecting with people globally very easy. It's also made this business model very simple. We can shop online. We don't handle any product except the product we're going to use for ourselves. People can go to our link, click on it, click join now, and they've joined our business. So technology has really made this a very simple business. You can do it part-time alongside of what you're already doing now, and as the income gradually grows, you can choose how you're going to spend your time. The economy is also in our favour. More millionaires always come out of a recession than in any other time. And this is because we're resilient. We're tough. You know, when the times get tough, the tough get going. So we really, you know, snap into gear and think, okay, I need to do more for my family. What is it that I can do? And we start to open up our eyes to opportunities that perhaps we wouldn't have noticed at another time. The baby boomers are a really important group of people when you're looking at market trends. From the minute that they were born, in that time frame, there was a spike in sales related to babies. So nappies, baby food, all of those sort of products. When they left home in the 80s, we saw the biggest real estate boom we've ever seen in history. That hasn't been repeated. So have a look at baby boomers now, and you may be one yourself. What are baby boomers looking for? Well, if they haven't retired already because they can't afford to, then they are looking for a way that they can retire. They want healthy aging. And these are things that we have in this business. So baby boomers are very, very open to this opportunity and to our products. Generation X and Y. I fit into that Generation X category, and as I was explaining before, my situation is very common in Generation X, where both parents are working long hours, and the more you want with lifestyle and things to give to your family, the harder you work. But there are only so many hours in the day. Generation Y are an incredible group of people who understand technology, they want everything now, and they are absolutely willing to look outside the box. I've seen some incredible success with people under 25 using this business model. And of course, we can't forget the rising middle class of Asia. There are people in Asia with such an enormous population with money to spend. Looking after their health is incredibly important. Like us all, we don't just want to live long, we want to live long well. You know, we want to continue to have that energy of our youth that we can have if we understand health and we have the right products. Of course, they want the residual income as well. So this is really interesting if you don't have any experience with network marketing. This is the first time I've ever been involved in network marketing, and I wouldn't have realised how incredibly huge the sales are in this industry, so much so that it's more than double the movie industry. The Wall Street Journal is an absolute expert if you are interested in keeping up with business trends. It's fascinating to have a look at what happened to the share prices of the top 7 publicly traded direct selling companies back when most of us found that our share prices were taking a dive. So between March 2009 and May 2011, there was an increase in the share prices of these companies of over 250%. Bill Gates, who is highly respected for his success, said that if he was given the chance to start all over again, he would choose network marketing. And it's interesting when I read that, because after being in traditional business all my adult life, I started my first business when I was just 17, and I look at all of the risk that I took and all of the hard work and expense, and, you know, I'm with Bill. You know, I would do this model as well. It really has been amazing to me. Donald Trump and Richard Branson, incredibly successful. Both of them own shares in network marketing companies. And of course, we all know Warren Buffett. He is famous for his mind when it comes to investment strategies. If you could have him on speed dial when you want to make an investment, you would be very, very wealthy. And his comment is that cash on cash return, it is the best investment he has ever made. He made an attempt to buy Avon just recently for a reported $15 billion, and Avon was not for sale. So this model really must be doing something right. So let's compare traditional business with network marketing. And I can really relate to this because with my physiotherapy company, which I still own, I employ people. So I really understand, how much you can leverage and what comes with that leverage when you're employing people. So if you work for yourself in traditional business and you were able to work 24 hours a day and could do that for a whole week, you still only have 168 hours. Angela, who's one of our Emerald directors here in Australia, in her first 18 months introduced 50 people to Jeunesse. That turned into 4,000 people in 20 different countries. Now, as a result of that, if she was to ask them just to put 1 hour in for the week, she was going to get paid on 4,000 hours of work. So you can really see what an incredible leverage business model this is. We talked about getting ahead on trends. Anti-aging is absolutely booming, not just in the US, not just in Australia, New Zealand, but globally. This is something that's important to everybody the world over. And not only is it booming right now, we are just at the beginning of this trend. By the year 2025, sales are set to hit $1 trillion. So this is the market that we're in. And we have the top-selling range of products in that genre, which is skincare. We also have nutritionals, number 2, and weight loss, number 3. So how can you capitalise on these global trends? Well, what I'd like to do now is introduce you to the company Jeunesse Global. This company is a family-owned company. Now, having been in traditional small business all my life, I was really excited to learn this when I went on my first trip to Las Vegas and met the family. What this means is that they have a mission statement, and it's very important for them to leave a legacy, not only for themselves, but for their ongoing family. And Scott Lewis is part of that family, and he will obviously help to build this business for very many years to come. It's a ground floor opportunity founded in September 2009, so we're only 5.5 years old. It was debt-free and profitable from day one. So important, we're not answering to shareholders and we're not answering to the banks. We have a family in control here who is looking after its distributors. We jumped to number 38 in the top 100 in the Direct Selling Association in our first 5 years. So this is incredibly exciting, and it's part of the reason that we have won so many awards as such a new company. We are currently the fastest growing company in the DSA in the world. We won the Rising Star Award because our sales increased so quickly and we were the youngest company to do so. We're also the youngest company to ever be open in 100 countries and be inside the top 50. Not only are we the quickest company to get to $250 million in sales, but we are also set to be the fastest company ever to hit $1 billion in sales. Last month, our global sales for 1 month only was $120 million. So you know that something is working with this company. Now, the founders are Randy Ray and Wendy Lewis. They are a beautiful couple. I've been so honoured to meet them on several occasions now, and they have an incredible track record in business. So Randy secured the NASA contract. He has been voted Florida Businessman of the Year many times over, and Wendy has an incredible background in writing compensation plans for network marketing companies. As a result, she has created a compensation plan that is incredibly lucrative for its distributors. So why is Jeunesse taking the world by storm? Well, what we have here is so incredibly exciting and unique. The first adult-derived stem cell cosmetic line in the world today. Let me introduce you to Dr. Nathan Newman. Dr. Newman is the founder of stem cell technology. He's the no-cut cosmetic surgeon to the stars in Hollywood. There's an incredible video that if you haven't seen, I urge you to look at it on YouTube, where a man had cancer removed from his throat, and as a result he had severe disfigurement of his face. He'd lost part of his jaw and all of the muscle, nerves and soft tissue that went with it. He went to see lots of different surgeons asking for them to repair his face, and nobody was willing to touch it. Nobody felt that they could perform traditional surgery and ever get that side of his face to look like it did before. So he went to see Dr. Nathan Newman, and he had his own stem cells injected back into the area every month for 2 years. You will be absolutely now. He has grown back muscle, nerve tissue, skin and bone, and that side of his face looks exactly like it did before. So the relationship between Dr. Newman and Jeunesse began when Randy Ray needed an arthroscopy on his knee. Rather than having an arthroscopy, he also sought the services of Dr. Newman. He had his own stem cells injected into his knee, and he was able to grow back cartilage and soft tissue and repair his knee through stem cell technology. So he got talking to Dr. Newman about what else Dr. Newman does. And Dr. Newman had started to develop the Luminesse range, and he was selling a few bottles of the products to his clients in between treatments. He found that the stem cell treatments also affected the skin. So this is a very, very exciting product range, and there's a fantastic 2-minute video that you can share with people that explains exactly how these stem cells have been used to create the Luminesse range. So the procedure is like this. Somebody has liposuction, they donate their fat. The adult stem cells from the fat are taken and tested to make sure that they're healthy. They're then placed into a nutrient-rich petri dish where they multiply. As the stem cells multiply, they excrete something called a growth factor. The growth factor is the chemical language of our cells. So the stem cells are in fact thrown out, and it's over 220 growth factors that are found in the Luminesse range. So what that means is that when you apply the Luminesse skincare range to your skin, it penetrates the dermis because it's lipid soluble, because it's human derived. It then communicates with your cells and targets whatever areas or type of repair that you need, which is why the skincare works for every skin type. And it actually stimulates your own stem cells to grow back brand new collagen, elastin and proteins, which is why you end up with healthier, younger looking skin. So the serum is 85% active ingredient, which is the growth factor complex. I love the fact that this is such a nice, simple, small range of skincare. There's not too many steps to take. So you start by using the Youth Restoring Cleanser. Now the cleanser will not only remove surface dirt and makeup from your skin, it will also penetrate to the cellular level and detox the cells. It's also a beautiful and gentle exfoliant which will get rid of the dead skin cells so that the brand new skin cells can come through. Once you've cleansed your skin, you apply the serum. So just 1 pump of serum will cover your whole face area. You use 1 pump in the morning and 1 pump at night. A serum should always be sealed in by a moisturiser. So during the day, you use the Daily Moisturising Complex, and at night you use the Advanced Night Repair. The Daily Moisturising Complex, apart from having the growth factor complex in it, will also have a 30 SPF so that you're going to actually protect yourself from future damage from the sun. And the night repair also has DNA repair in it, working at the cellular level so that you wake up with refreshed, softer and unlined skin. So you'll see when I show you the before and after photos the incredible results that you can expect. We also have a mask that you can use once or twice a week. The mask is really going to give you very instant results. You apply the mask to the facial area, leaving the area around the eyes, and let it set for 20 to 30 minutes. When you peel it off, it will instantly remove any blemishes and fine lines and improve your texture. It will also leave your skin feeling deeply moisturised, and this effect lasts for the next few days. But with the growth factor complex in the mask, you're going to get those long-term effects as well. As you can see in the middle, the biggest tube, that's our essential body renewal. This was really developed because people got such incredible results on their faces, they started to apply the range to the rest of their body. So this is fantastic for hydrating the skin all over the body, lifting the skin, but it's also fantastic for cellulite, stretch marks and scarring. Now we also have a very exciting product which you may have already heard about. You might have seen some videos on Facebook, and that is Instantly Ageless. As you can see with the lady photographed here, she's applied the Instantly Ageless to just one area under the eye and not the other eye. And you can see it's made an incredible difference to that puffiness underneath the eyes. This effect actually happens in just 2 minutes, so it's instant. The effects will last for 9 hours. If you apply the product every day for 30 days, you're going to start to get more of a permanent result. So this is not just getting rid of puffiness, it also diminishes the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, also dark circles under the eyes, and minimising the appearance of pores. So all of this is going to give you that instant result. Now, don't just take my word for it. I've had incredible results with the skincare range, but we've had the company in Texas who does all the testing on the big brand name skincare ranges, and they have done scanning testing to measure spots, pores, wrinkles and texture, and they reported back that it was the most incredible results that they had ever seen. So as you can see here, after 60 days, we've seen an incredible increase in every single one of these markers with this particular lady. So let's have a look at some before and after pictures. Here is very mature skin, and you can see an incredible reduction in those deep lines in the cheek area. That crepiness and fine lines again in the cheek area, all filled out by brand new collagen and elastin. And even young skin with very angry cystic acne. Absolutely amazing results. My daughters are absolutely loving the products. Their skin looks fantastic after using the skincare range, really clearing up that hormonal acne. Now for the skeptic, you can apply the skincare range to one hand and not the other, and then you're going to be able to clearly see the differences. This guy has had amazing results in just 3 weeks from using the skincare range with his skin condition. And this is somebody who I know personally. He had very, very severe cystic acne when he was a teenager. He still had scarring in his late 40s, and these are the results that he has experienced through using the Luminous range. And of course this lady has become very famous for her results. She actually was selling a different skincare range for over 20 years. She had this result when she tried the Luminous and is now a successful distributor with Jeunesse Global as well. So you're going to start to see articles written in magazines about our products. We don't pay for any advertising, so it's all editorial. But of course we don't just age from the outside in, we also age from the inside out. So now I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Vincent Giampapa. He has an incredible track record. He has been studying the aging process for more than 30 years and has written more than 5 books on the aging process. He has really looked into stem cells and in fact was nominated for a Nobel Prize last year for his stem cell research and has been the brains behind our product AMPM. Now, our AM/PM is not just going to cover off all of your needs in terms of vitamins, minerals, probiotics and omega-3s. It has a lot more to it than that. Breakthrough science on the ageing process at the cellular level. So it will maintain your telomere length, which is the cap on the end of the chromosomes, which protects the chromosome. It will also maintain your stem cell pool, which means that throughout your systems in the body, when there is any sort of damage to the cells, your stem cells can grow back those cells and repair. It also has cellular DNA repair in it, and it is going to balance your biorhythms. And probably one of the most exciting effects of this and the most immediate effect that people get from AM/PM is fantastic sleep. And this was certainly the case for me. Just after 5 days on the AM/PM, I started to have the best night's sleep that I'd had in years since my children were born, and waking up feeling energised, you know, really balancing that sleep at night time and be energised during the day. For me personally, and everybody's testimonial is different because it depends on what's going on internally for you, although I felt and looked healthy when I started on the AM/PM, I did have hereditary high cholesterol and fatty liver. And after 9 months of being on the AM/PM, both of those blood tests went back to normal for me. The Reserve is another incredibly exciting product. You may have heard the saying that it's good for you to have a glass of red wine. Well, the reason that that is said is because there are traces of resveratrol found in the red wine that comes from the skin of the red grape. Now, if you were going to get a full dose of resveratrol, which is what you would need to switch on your anti-aging genes, you'd need to sit down to more than 100 bottles of red wine. And obviously, if you were still alive at the end of that, which I doubt it, you've pretty much undone any chance of getting any benefits, of course. So what you can see here is how the Reserve is packaged. So the box has 30 of these separate sachets in it, and there is 1 serve in this little packet. And the reason for that is really important. It's such a powerful antioxidant. We don't want to have a litre bottle break the seal and then it starts to oxidize. So you're getting this powerful antioxidant that is going to penetrate the cell membrane. It's been CAP-E tested that it does penetrate the cell membrane in live cells. So that means that it's going to switch on those anti-aging genes and protect you from the aging process. So again, it's healing cells and protecting from further damage. It is a fantastic anti-inflammatory. So the obvious thing that you'll notice is if you have any sort of arthritis or aches and pains that you'll start to feel better. But what you may not realise is that most of the aging diseases are linked to chronic inflammation within the body. So you're going to have better cardiovascular health and all of your systems will start to run more smoothly once you have that inflammation in a maintenance mode rather than excessive inflammation. Vitacell again fits into the anti-aging genre and it's also food derived. So the Reserve comes from all natural food ingredients. AM/PM is also plant derived and the Vitacell comes from the husk of the very best 2 strains of brown rice where all of the nutrients are. So this is fantastic for energy. So if you have any sort of problem with energy, Vitacell is a really great product for you to try. You can mix it with milk, put it in a smoothie, mix it with water, so it's a food, and like Reserve, you know, as soon as a child is able to swallow, they are able to take these products which are food. So this is great for your liver health, your cholesterol, the gastrointestinal tract. Again, it's going to balance inflammation and your hormonal performance as well as increasing memory. So this one has been particularly fantastic for me in terms of an old neck injury of mine and occasional headaches. I find that when I take this every day, I don't have any of that, so a very exciting product too. Now, some of you may have been on a diet before. You know, most people have. You know, if you've got to your adult years, many people have been on a diet. I'm very excited to say that Zen Body is not like the other diets that you may be familiar with. The problem with diets is that often you are losing both muscle and water. So you may be decreasing size and you may be decreasing pounds on the scales, but the most important thing for long-term maintenance and for your health is that you change your body composition. You really want to have less fat and more muscle. This is the secret to maintaining your ideal weight. So what is the problem? Why is it more difficult for some people to lose weight and maintain it than others? Well, it comes down to a hormone called leptin. Once you've actually developed some fat, some excessive fat, that fat is a living organ. And that fat is actually releasing something called CRP. CRP attaches itself to the hormone leptin and blocks it from getting to the brain. So why is leptin so important? Leptin is a hormone that tells your brain that's enough, it's time to stop eating, and it's time to start burning fat. So Zen Shape, one of the core products in the Zen body regime, is actually going to stop that CRP from damaging your leptin so that your leptin can get through to the brain and reduce cravings and get you to start burning fat like it should. So it's resetting your body. It's going to make permanent change to your body so that your body functions as it should. Then the other thing that we need, as I said, is muscle. So you may have noticed that it's become more difficult with age to actually build muscle. So we need the perfect balance of the right amino acids so that we can actually build that muscle. And that's where Zen Fit comes in. So the Zen Fit is actually going to allow you to build muscle easily so that you change that body composition. Zen Pro is the third part of the system, and that's a protein supplement that you can add to your meals if you are not getting enough protein already in your 3 meals a day. So this is not meal replacement. This is not temporarily changing your habits and then, of course, just going back to your own habits so that the old weight just comes straight back on again. This is something that's going to reset your metabolism, change your body composition so that the weight loss is permanent and you can manage it on an ongoing basis combined with healthy eating and exercise. And our final product just takes the whole anti-aging conversation to a new level. I was in the room in Vegas when this product was actually launched, and I just couldn't believe it because I actually started to write a book when I was pregnant with my third child. I did a journalism diploma and I was writing a sci-fi book about how some people could actually stay young, stay 28 forever. And, as I sat there, I thought, it's coming true. So Finity actually has a component in it, again, all natural, plant-based, called TA65. TA65 has been clinically proven to lengthen short telomeres. So a telomere is the cap on the end of your chromosome. As the cells reproduce, which is their normal function, that telomere gets shorter and shorter. So often the older we are, the shorter our telomeres. In the end, they break off and the cell dies altogether. So if we can lengthen those telomeres, we can literally reverse the age of the cell. So the results that people are getting on Finity are increased bone density, increased energy, increased libido. People who have age-related deterioration in their eyesight and need to wear reading glasses have found they no longer need to wear their reading glasses. They have a strong immune system, improved memory and improved concentration. So an incredible product range here. It really is taking us to that new level of technology, which brings us to our youth enhancement system. So we are fighting the aging process both from the outside in with the skincare range and the inside out with our nutritional range. And the important things to remember in terms of this aging process is to slow it down and even reverse it. We need to cleanse, detox, repair and protect. And we're doing that both with the skincare range and with the nutritional range. Now, if you haven't tried these products yet and you're interested in giving them a go, you can go back to the person who's invited you on tonight and you can ask for their link and you can buy the products at retail from their link. Or if you would prefer, you can join and pay $49.95 US, and this will allow you to access the products at wholesale prices. Now, if you're interested in earning income from this business, there are 6 different ways that you can earn income. And before I go through that, I'll just give you a bit of an idea of what you may be able to expect depending on where you would like to take this. Kim Wee is the person you can see in the middle of the top row. She is earning a residual income of $8 million per year. There are probably now close to 50 millionaires in this business created in the last 5.5 years. I will be talking about ranks, and if you're familiar with network marketing, you may have heard some of these terms before. Our rubies earn a minimum of $10,000 per month. Our emeralds earn a minimum of $25,000 per month, and our diamonds earn a minimum of $50,000 per month. So the first way that you can earn income is something that we're very familiar with, and that is retail profit. If you send your link to somebody and they go shopping online, just like we all do now, then you're going to automatically receive the difference between the retail price and the wholesale price delivered into your back office. All you've done is shared a link. So that's the first way that we can earn income. The second way we can earn income is to receive a commission based on somebody joining our business to either become a distributor or to become a wholesale customer and buying a package of product. So when you join and you buy a package of product, not only are you getting the individual products at wholesale price, but there is a further discount on that package of products. Now, if someone was to purchase the basic package, you would get $25, all the way up to the ambassador's package where you would get $250. Now, if you're interested in joining as a business, then the best package for you to come in on is the ambassador package. The reason for this is that you will get paid for the first 6 months as a sapphire, which means you're going to receive 3 levels of matching bonus, which I'll explain as I get to that part of the compensation plan. The third way that you can earn income is the start of the residual part of the income. So those first 2 things, you've actually done something to earn that money. So that's the old-fashioned way of earning money, trading time for money. This income is going to gradually build and will happen when you sleep. So you're building 2 teams. Everybody who joins your business goes into the left team or the right team. Every single person in your organisation who purchases product will have points attached to that product, and those points go upline. So this will happen to infinity. So you could end up with 10,000 levels of people in your organisation, not just through your work, but of course all of their work of inviting people and overflow from your upline, and every single point comes up to you. When you've accumulated 600 points on one side and 300 points on the other, you will receive a team commission of $35. Now, $35 might not sound like a lot, but you can earn up to 750 team commissions per week, which is $26,250 US. Now, if you're good at maths, you will have already worked out that if Kim Wee is earning $8 million residual per year, only part of that is coming from the team commissions. The other part is coming from matching bonus. Now, as I mentioned before, if you chose to come in on the ambassador's package, you get paid as a sapphire for the first 6 months, which means you get a matching bonus on levels 1, 2 and 3. Now, you work up your way up the ranks by enrolling people into your business. Level 1 means the person that you introduce personally to the business. Level 2 means that that person that you introduced them, etc., etc. So you can see that as you work your way up the ranks, you can get up to 7 levels of matching bonus. So it's the double diamond level that gets those 7 levels. But you're going to get team commissions based on absolutely everybody in your downline. The 5th way that you can earn income is by increasing that matching bonus of level 1. This is really easy to do. It happens just by having customers in your business, and this will naturally happen. So if you have 10 customers in your business, you are actually going to get a 30% match on level 1 rather than a 20% match. The final way that you can earn income through Jeunesse is by sharing in the diamond bonus pool. So 3% of the company's total sales is shared between the 50 diamonds that we currently have, depending on the size of their organisation. So if you're good at maths, 3% of $120 million for 1 month only was shared amongst 50 diamonds. So a huge bonus on top of all of the other ways that they earn income. We are currently open in 129 countries around the world. This makes our market unlimited. So start to think of who you know, not just locally, but globally. You can have anybody in the world click on your link, click join now, and join your business. So this is a truly global business, which makes it very, very exciting. We also have fantastic marketing tools, which makes it even easier. As soon as you join, you have a website and you're up and running and you're in business, and you automatically get the free app on your phone called J Mobile. Now, as I mentioned before, there's a 2-minute video explaining exactly how the Luminous range is developed from the stem cells. You don't need to be able to explain that. You literally, with a press of a button, send a video from your phone to your prospect, whether it be via text message, via Facebook Messenger or email. You can share that information with them and then follow them up to see if they would like to learn more. There is incredible support and leadership. You can tap into the training that we do. We teach you exactly how to follow the system, and all of the information can be shared by bringing people onto these webinars, inviting them along to live events, and getting them onto 3-way calls with your sponsor and your upline. Now, if you love to travel, you're going to love the incentive travel that we have tied into this business. I was so grateful to win a trip to Dubai in May. I took my 16-year-old daughter with me. It was all paid for. It was so opulent, so 6-star. It was very, very generous of the company. I didn't do anything different to just building my business. I've now won my next trip to Singapore, which I'll be going along to in September. I'm taking my husband this time, and we're staying at the Marina Bay Sands. Absolutely incredible holidays. The diamonds have all just come back from their amazing diamond experience in Tahiti, followed by a cruise. There is just so much that this company continues to give back to their distributors. So there is a lot of fun to be had within the organisation as well. And of course, Jeunesse Global is generous. They have their charity arm, Jeunesse Kids. They are currently working on an incredible project that I'm very, very proud of, called Adopt a Village. And in that project, they're actually teaching the community to bring themselves up out of poverty permanently. So taking the action and showing rather than giving. So this is going to change things long term, which is very, very exciting. So as you can see, we have products that everybody needs. It's an amazingly global opportunity, and it really is your answer to this economy. I feel very grateful for the opportunity to help so many people around the world change their circumstances, and I really welcome you to ask the person who has invited you on tonight any questions that you may have, and really think about it, because what might your life look like 5 years from now? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me, and please go back to the person who has invited you on tonight for any questions that you might have. Have a wonderful evening.